else. Okay, adjusted.
It's a beautiful night for football here at Viking Stadium, where tonight your Haslett Vikings hope to begin another playoff run against the Blue Devils of Gull Lake. Yes, it's that time of year. It's time for the playoffs. It's time for Viking football. Hello, everyone. I'm Andy Hartman, along with Dominic Pecora, my tag team partner as always. And Dom, this is definitely the night the Vikings have been waiting for. It's the playoffs.
Well, Andy, it's been a year since that loss to Menominee, and believe it or not, the stink still lingers. The Vikings are hungry to try to get back to the Silverdome and claim what they were not able to achieve last year.
And claim it they hope to do after completing yet another perfect season at 9-0. Your Vikings will host the Gull Lake Blue Devils tonight, Dom. And what exactly are some of the keys tonight for the Vikings?
Well, Andy, I think the keys are obvious for both teams. You have the Vikings who just need to play 48 minutes of sound Viking football like they always do. Gull Lake, they're going to put 6 men up in the line to try to contain Ehrig early. I don't know if they know about the injury to Shibley yet, if they're going to try to take advantage of that and force the Vikings to pass. It remains to be seen. But the Blue Devils are probably the toughest opponent the Vikings have faced this season, aside from maybe Fowlerville. So I'm really anxious to see what kind of offense that the Vikings bring out against their 6-2.
And so far, the Vikings have blown away opponents by 30 points or more, Dom. Do you think they'll be able to continue that trend tonight?
Well, Andy, I think it's a little bit that the league was somewhat down this year with teams like DeWitt and Portland having uncharacteristic bad years, but also the Vikings are that good of a team. They have a lot of talent with Ehrig and Hinman and Shibley. So I think that if they just stick to their game plan tonight, they should coast away to another victory and hopefully a game against Chelsea or Hastings, depending on the winner next week.
Well, we'll be right back after these words from TV 25 for your Viking football playoff game between the Vikings of Haslett and the Gull Lake Blue Devils. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the playoffs, where tonight your Haslett Vikings will host the Gull Lake Blue Devils in the first round of this playoffs. And Dom, it's been what we've been waiting for all year.
Well, it's been 1 year, Andy, or pretty much 1 year since the playoffs for the Vikings, and we all know how successful they were last year. It's what they strive towards all year since Camp Graylick back in August. And they're just going to have to come out fighting tonight and get a W against this Gull Lake team. That's a very nice following, as we see from the great camera shot.
And Gull Lake on the year was 7-2, but you know, probably tonight is going to be probably their most
most physical battle.
Most physical, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, Andy, they're in a fine league, but I don't think they competed as far as a talent level against a team like the Vikings. I think they're going to be in for a long night. They're going to win this game, Andy. They're going to need to get it done through the air and with big plays early and often. The defense, they have to come up on the line with the 6 men like Port talked about and we talked about in the introduction.
Yep.
And try to shut down Ehrig and Hinman and Murray early. Force Shibley, I'm not sure if they're aware of his injury, but force Shibley to go to the air, which we all know is chances of that are very nil tonight.
Yeah, very slim. Nick Shibley hurt his arm earlier in the week. I think it was his shoulder exactly, Dom, and passing tonight will probably be very few.
I think he first noticed some pain last week in Gaylord, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe he just re-aggravated it in practice this week, but Shibley's a warrior. He knows it's his senior year. Playoffs, can't hold anything back.
Nope, and we're just getting ready here underway. Nice shot of the team right there. They look pumped, Dom.
Oh, yeah, and you got all those freshmen and JV players getting moved up. It's got to be a thrill for them, Andy.
And also, the Vikings have something to prove. You know, they want to probably be the best team in the area. You know, Okemos is playing tonight. And
yes, they are.
St. John's is also playing East Lansing tonight, Dom.
Well, you got some great games going on around mid-Michigan, Andy. Most definitely. You got St. John's, as you said, visiting East Lansing. East Lansing with their only loss to Sexton, and those teams are bracketed together, so we could be in for an East Lansing at Sexton game next week.
But the Vikings would definitely probably want to be the the only team in the playoffs in the whole area.
Yes. That would be nice.
And also, I'd like to see if Gull Lake is going to be able to play physically on the defensive side of the ball, being able to hold the likes of Adam Inman and Peter Eric.
Not many teams have tried a 6-2 against this Viking offense, so I'm anxious to see how this works, Andy.
And something a little new. Vikings probably I don't believe they've seen it all year, Dom. The 6-2. They're going to have to work really hard.
The Vikings have dealt mostly with 4-4s and 5-2s, I believe. But as you see Gull Lake march onto the field, looks like they'll kick off to start the game.
And they got quite a bit of a fan following here tonight, Dom.
Oh, most definitely. It's the playoffs, Andy. Everybody, no one cares about mileage or gas or wear and tear on the car.
As we get set here is number, I believe it looks like number 32. Getting set to kick off. A lot of electricity flying through the air here, Dom.
Oh, yes.
Both sides very pumped.
No team has won here, Andy, since 1997.
Big challenge for them to overcome, and we're on our way. Nice kick. It's kicked deep.
I think Eric's going to get a return.
They're going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. That'll be great field position for the Vikings.
The Vikings offense gets on there, ready to take over on the 20. Look for the run early, Andy, and very often, like we said, Shibley is not 100%, not even close to it.
Well, I would stick to what works all year. Just pound the ball like the Vikings have been doing all year. And they'll probably continue to do that tonight.
Rough house football, it's the way it goes.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 on the Vikings 20-yard line. Nick Shibley comes up to the line looking over the 6-2 defense. Hands it off to number 33, Adam Hinman, fights for a couple yards.
Looks like a nice tackle there by, I believe it was number 40, Mike Gyron for Gull Lake. And that's what they got to do. They got to stay up on the line, look for the run. They get beat with the pass, and more power to them. But definitely have to stop the run.
I don't think they have the quick enough DBs to react fast enough on the pass.
Yeah. It's a moot point, of course, with Shibley.
Shibley hands it off to number 22, Peter Eric. Makes a move, he breaks some tackles, and then he's finally brought out by a host of Gull Lake Blue Devils.
Fine run by Eric there, appeared to be stopped at about the 25-yard line, blew off a defender, and managed to get close to a Viking first down. Nice run by the senior. And he's going to be very, very vital tonight.
Be very active tonight, Dom.
Most definitely.
Closing in on Logan Barnhart's 2,000-yard rushing.
Oh, yeah. Barnhart finished last year with 1998. Eric did actually eclipse his regular season record with a good game at Gaylord. Finished with 1,468 yards and 14 touchdowns.
Which is not very bad at all.
No, sir.
So bring up 3rd and 1 now for the Vikings. Shibley hands it off to Pete. Pete pounds hard and gets a Viking first down. Excellent run, excellent blocking.
Nice job by the offensive line there as Eric was able to rumble forward for about 8 yards. And bring up a 1st down and 10 for Haslett at about the 36-yard line.
Great blocking up front there by the line, too, Dom, to free Eric for that 1st down.
Very underestimated offensive line here for the Vikings. Very quick off the ball.
Yeah, unlike last year, they weren't as quick off the ball, the Vikings were.
They have more power with the likes of Derek Johnson and Mark Stocker, but much different kind of offensive line, but in my opinion, more valuable.
Hands it off to number 22, Peter Eric. Fights for a few yards, looks like maybe about 6 yards. Excellent run there again by Pete.
Nice run by Eric. He's involved as he walks out the field with a bit of a limp, which you see on your television set. Coach O expressed some concern, and I'm sure Eric will be, or they'll take a look at Eric very quickly.
Number 5, Chris Hunt checks into the game.
Very tough individual, Eric. The Vikings cannot afford this with Shibley's arm hurt tonight. It is very important that Eric gets back in the game and quickly. They do have a deep backfield, but Peter Eric's a star.
We're going to take a look at how deep their backfield is as the sophomore, number 5, Chris Hunt's into the game. Nice blocking there on the decoy for number 30, Ben Murray. Fights for close to a 1st down.
I believe Murray got it,
Looks
Andy,
like they did get it, yes. 1st down Vikings.
Got the ball at midfield now. The Vikings huddle up here.
Bring up 1st and 10. Looks like just short of midfield, maybe on the 49-yard line. Shibley looking over the 6-2 defense. Tries to draw him off sides. Oh, there's movement. Looks like it's going to be on the Vikings.
It looked like someone did jump on the offensive line there as Gull Lake showed blitz, but let's see what the call is. Oh, it's encroachment.
It's on the defense.
I stand corrected. Nice job by Shively. Look, the defense was maybe a little too anxious to cross the line of scrimmage there. Might have tiptoed over. And a free 5 yards for the Vikings as they move into Gull Lake territory.
Moving the ball nicely here in the first quarter, just like they've done all year, Dom.
Yes, sir.
Moving the ball well. Hands it off to number 5, Chris Hunt, who's brought down quickly in the backfield.
Nice job there by number 33, Matt Miller, just exploding onto the defensive backfield on the blitz. And that's going to be a loss for the Vikings.
Looked like maybe just a missed block on that last play, Dom.
A lot of pressure on the sophomore Chris Hunt, filling in for Peter Ehrig right now.
Right.
Yeah.
This brings up 2nd and 11 here on the 49-yard line. They hand it off to number 30, Ben Murray. Gets close to a Viking first down. Excellent run by Murray.
Nice run by Murray to get up to the 41-yard line. This is where the senior really needs to step up and take over as his teammate is injured. Nice run by Murray.
Well, speaking of that, Peter Ehrig has just checked back into the game for number 5, Chris Hunt.
And that's a very good sign for the Vikings. And as we have a 3rd down and short here.
A lot of emotion running through here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Packed house on both sides of the field. Like to see that.
So take a look at the replay here. See Murray lunge towards the 41-yard line.
Fight's close. Looks like the Vikings did get the first down. And the Vikings do pick up a first down. Nice run there by number 33, Adam Edmond.
Coach O sends in the play to Nick Shively. Vikings with the ball on the edge of the 40-yard line rather.
Brings up 1st and 10 now on the 40-yard line for the Vikings. Moving the ball very nicely right now. Oh, it looked like they sniffed out the handoff to number 30, Ben Murray, who looks like he was maybe dropped for a yard, Dom.
Nice pursuit there by the Gull Lake defense. They're not doing a spectacular job, but they're doing a solid job against this Viking running game.
So far, but they are still letting up, you know, they're just stopping here and there. If they want to win this game, they got to stop every play.
Yeah, they got to be consistent with it, Andy. Yeah, very correct.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Vikings after the loss.
It's got to be tough for Shively playing in this game, not being able to throw.
Hands it off to number 22, Peter Ehrig, who gets close to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by number 50, Mike Todd for Gull Lake, as he sniffed out that run rather easily. And I'll bring up 3rd and long here for Haslett. It's 2 straight plays. The Vikings have been shut down on the run.
I know Shively's hurt, but sometime tonight, if Gull Lake continues to shut down the run like they have been doing the last few plays, they may have to risk throwing the ball.
If they're not going to risk it with Shively, which I'm sure is a last resort, then they got to also have Zach Smith, the backup, and Conrad Bird, who's been moved up from the JV team.
Well, of course you want to save your quarterback's arm.
Oh, most definitely.
There's a fumble on the field. Looks like, yes, Gull Lake does recover.
Oh, there was a botched reverse there. Something went wrong on the handoff between Ehrig and Hinman. There was a Gull Lake defender, I believe, separating them, and Gull Lake recovers the fumble. Big turnover. Like I said, Andy, big plays are going to get it done for this Blue Devil team, and that's what they got. They take over at the 47-yard line. Very, very disheartening drive for the Vikings. They appear to be moving along rather gracefully, and then just abruptly stopped on a fumble right there. Defense got to take over here.
So the Blue Devils will take over here, 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line.
Blue Devils got two split ends split out, Andy.
Looks like Blue Devils will look here to throw a little bit. Something Vikings aren't used to seeing every game. There's a handoff to, I believe it was number 20. Yes, number 20, Nate Ailman. He was stuffed right at the line. But with forward progress, still managed to pick up a yard or two.
We're going to take a look at the replay on the fumble here. You see number 67 for Gull Lake. I think Sean Palmer hit Adam Hinman in the back, and it caused the fumble there. There's some miscommunication possibly between Eric and Hinman, but nevertheless, Gull Lake takes over. Big play for their defense.
Look at the throw here on first down. They complete it to number 21, Joe Ward there on the slant. Picks up a few yards.
Nice catch, nice screen and run there by Ward. And the quick out pattern worked for the Gull Lake Blue Devils. Bring up third down and about 8 yards to go. I'm sorry, about 5 yards to go.
So bring up 3rd and 5 on the 48-yard line for the Blue Devils.
Third down, biggest down. He's got to come up big here.
They got those split ends out. I wonder, Dom, if they're going to have the split ends out most of the game. Seems to work so far. He's looking to throw. Throws it way over the head of number 21, Joe Ward, as he was bum rushed.
An excellent pursuit there by the Vikings defense. They didn't bite on the play action. Good coverage downfield by number 5, Chris Hunt. Nice job by the Viking defense as they came alive. The crowd watches on.
And number 12, the quarterback, Sam Gregory, had no blocking whatsoever, Dom. He was just swamped.
The Vikings came on a blitz, it looked like there. Didn't bite on the play action. Very nice effort. 3 now, and now Gull Lake will have to punt.
This is number 5, Chris Hunt, number 28, Alex Williams are deep to receive the punt.
Right, timeout on the field. I believe Haslett had to call it. Primarily Chris Hunt is getting a lot of playing time tonight, being a sophomore in JV, as he is explosive on punt returns. I believe he returned about 6 punts back for touchdowns this year on the JV team. Very impressive athlete.
Well, when I went to go watch the JV game here against Gaylord, he was very impressive. Not exactly a fan favorite, but very explosive. Doesn't always matter. No, it does not.
And Coach Port seems to be saying how do you do to his team there, among other words.
Oh, definitely among other words. So far, they've been playing pretty well, though.
Yeah.
There's a shot of the very large Viking roster, taking up any JV players who wants to play, help the Vikings throughout the week get better, ready for the playoffs.
It's a great thing, Coach Otluski, letting our kids come up like that.
Number 12, Sam Gregory back to punt. Field by number 28, Alex Williams. Makes a few moves. Still running up the sideline. He's finally tackled out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. Excellent return by Alex Williams.
Like he's done all year, Alex Williams always seems to find the hole on special team. As the parents watch on. It's a great return by Williams. Set up good field position at the 29-yard line of Haslett. And the offense will take over for their second series of the game.
Not that they had a breakdown series last time. Maybe this time they'll be more consistent of what works.
Well, they got away with one. Gull Lake took over with great field position, Andy, and they didn't convert. Lake's got chance number 2 here. I think they'll be motivated.
I think it was just a bad break last time.
Yeah.
Scheibel hands it off to number 30, Ben Murray.
And this 6'2", Andy, it looks to be pretty effective so far tonight. I mean, they're bottling up the Vikings. When Eric went to the outside and Murray, they were able to get some yardage. Maybe that's something Coach O's going to investigate throughout the rest of the first half. But they're bottling up the run pretty good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, the 6'2" tends to shut down the runs that are up the middle very effectively, Dom. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Vikings. Scheibel trying to draw him offside, hands it off to number 5, Chris Hunt, who gets to the outside. Gets hit, still hangs on to the ball, carries it to the outside. That's going to bring up a huge Viking first down. Excellent run by Chris Hunt.
Great run by Hunt there as he picked up about 16 yards. Sophomore proving very valuable to this varsity football team. Gets the ball up to the 46-yard line. Great run by the sophomore.
So they'll bring up 1st and 10 now on the 46-yard line. Vikings moving the ball here with the help of Chris Hunt.
You wonder too if Eric's leg is still bothering him as he limped off on the last series as he's still not in the game. Came back for that 1 or 2 plays, Andy, as we saw.
Another handoff there to number 30, Ben Murray, who runs very hard for a couple yards.
I'm going to take a look at the replay here of Hunt's run. As you see, great blocking by number 30, Ben Murray. Nice spin, and was able to go forward for the extra 7 yards. You love to see that kind of effort, especially at kids at such a young age.
This will be 2nd and 9 now after the run of Murray on the 47-yard line with about 3:07 here to go in the first quarter. Another, looks like it was handed off to,
I think it was Henman.
oh, I think it was number 5, Chris Hunt there on the run. Fights for a few yards. He'll bring up 3rd and along 6 yards to go.
Well, it's got to be frustrating, really, for Shibley and Coach Atlewski. A normal passing down for the Vikings, and most likely they're going to have to stick to the run unless they try something very short.
Notice number 22, Peter Eggers, checked back into the game. He'll give it to number 5, Chris Hunt, who gets around the outside. Maybe gets about a yard, but then is quickly brought down.
Nice camera work there. So zooms up on Chris Hunt and bring up 4th down here. Looks like the Vikings will have to punt. Again, when you don't have a healthy quarterback, your options are really limited.
Very limited. Number 20, Nate Ailman, back to return deep for the Blue Devils. His number 15, Nick Shibley, back to punt. Gets the punt up, kicks it away from Ailman, who's runs to it, takes a Viking bounce. Ailman fields it, eludes one blocker, then is whipped down finally. But number 30, Ben Murray, who held onto his jersey and then finally whipped him down to the ground. I believe as you take a look at that, his jersey might be a little stretched out there, Dom.
Now, isn't that just football right there, Andy? Nice pursuit there by Ben Murray. He was frustrated by not being able to get him down, just whipped him around a few times and did the job as the Gull Lake Blue Devils take over on their 17-yard line. 13-yard line, excuse me.
Vikings looking over here, this split tight ends again. Probably looking here to throw. They've only seen one pass so far tonight from Gull Lake. What I've heard, though, they like to throw the ball, and they like to throw it early. But that run is stuffed. It looks like there's a fumble there. They recover the fumble.
Oh, what a break for the Vikings. They take over 1st and goal inside the Gull Lake 10-yard line here. Great job by the defense.
I believe it was number 77.
The students show their appreciation.
Brandon Dutcher, who jarred the ball free.
Nice job by Dutcher. Vikings. We're going to take a look at the replay here. And it was Dutcher who forced the fumble. And I think it was number 54, Nick Tavonen, fell on it. And golden opportunity for the Vikings to get on the board first.
Oh, on that keeper, it looks like Gull Lake wasn't fooled at all. Nick Shibley's brought down very quickly in the backfield, maybe a loss of a yard.
Loss of a couple yards, Andy. Bring up 2nd and goal here. Chris Hunt checks back into the game for Ben Murray.
Just keep pounding them away, Dom. I think Gull Lake's going to be, they're going to be given here. Let up that big play sooner or later.
Yeah. Just so tough with so many men on the line.
They hand it off to number 5, Chris Hunt, who gets a few blocks from Inman. Slips, though. Loses a few yards, and that's got to be frustrating.
Tough break there for Hunt. And the Vikings now have dug themselves a bit of a hole here. And 1st and goal at the 9, move back to about the 16-yard line. Give or take half a yard. And now you're in a position where it's 3rd down. What are you going to do? You're going to try to play up for the field goal? You got Danhoff with a good leg, or you going to go for the end zone?
You always have J.J. Danhoff, who I believe has been perfect almost all year.
Yeah. Not perfect, just short of it.
Yep. But I think that the Vikings would definitely like to put 7 up on the board instead of 3.
Sure, they'd like that. You don't know what you can invest in your quarterback's arm right now.
Fumble on the ground as the ball was stripped from number 22, Peter Erig's hands. I believe the Vikings fell back on it. May have gained a few yards, though, even on the fumble.
Confusion in the line there. Didn't quite see what happened. Looks like they gain a yard and a half. Bring up 4th and goal at the 15-yard line, Andy. see opportunity like that slip away, it must be very frustrating for Coach Hatlewski.
Well, time has finally run out here in the first quarter. So far, both teams playing very well.
Well, this is a good break too for Coach Hatlewski. He's got a few seconds here to discuss with his team, make up his mind on what he wants to do here, 4th and 15. Obviously, you wanted 7. 7 seems a little like a bit of a long shot now. If you're not going to go to the air, you might want to go with Danhoff. Try to get the 3 points early.
There's a shot of
the Clan.
Yep.
What do you think those shirts are made out of, man?
Perhaps cotton.
Perhaps.
It's the fabric of our lives, you know.
Anyway.
Very enthusiastic student section. And you can always tell the difference between the student section and everywhere else. Students are always standing cheering their
Coach Hatlewski having some words there with Shively, possibly regarding the next play. Actually, it looks like they're going to go with Danhoff. So I see number 14 out there on the field. And this will be about a 32-yarder. Big play here. See the Vikings get on the board, manage something out of this fumble.
We're going to throw it down to Allison Hewitt, who's down on the field. Allison?
Hi, I'm Allison Hewitt here with your sideline interview, and with me I have Rashay Haley, senior cheerleading captain. Rashay, can you tell me what the team did this week to fire up for the game?
We've been making the team locker signs and field signs and just trying to fire them up all week long.
Thanks, Rashay. Back to you, Andy.
Thanks, Allison, for that
candid interview with Rashay.
Always nice.
There we go.
JJ's kick is blocked. Recovered by number 40. Tough break as the Gull Lake defense just stormed in there to block the kick.
Tough break, Andy, but smart, quick thinking by number 40, Ryan Walker, to grab that ball and immediately go down. He didn't give Gull Lake a chance to return that. Vikings walk away with no points, which is costly, but there's a lot of game left. Their defense just got to hang in there, and hopefully their offense will start to manage something. Because you get a 1st and goal at the 9, you can't get any points out of it, especially with a team as talented as Haslett. Something's up. But nevertheless, it's still no score. No reason to panic. Defense just got to hang in there.
And JJ's got to also think, too, that it's not his fault, too. He's got to just, do what he's been doing all year. Just concentrate. His pass to number 42, Tron Robinson's broken up.
Costly drop there by Tron Robinson. As we take a look at the replay of the block, as you see Walker just grabs the ball, goes immediately down, and Gull Lake celebrates. That's a big play for their special teams. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here. Once again, Tron Robinson just dropped that quick slant. Would have been good for about 8 or 9 yards, and beating a fine corner like Alex Williams, or getting in front of him rather.
And we take a look at some of the spin move. He's still running. Excellent run there by number 32, John Cronkite.
Could have spun a spider web there, Andy. Very impressive moves.
Finally put some offensive numbers for Gull Lake as we take a look at some stats here, as the Vikings had a total of only 46 net yards in the first quarter compared to Gull Lake's 1 net yard.
It's uncharacteristic of the Vikings, Andy, and it's obviously attributed to the injury to Shiley. Nobody keep talking about it, but what a big loss come playoff time. Your starting quarterback's arm is not 100%.
Gull Lake takes over here 1st and 10. Give it back to looks like number 32, John Cronkite.
Nice tackle there by 53 Butler. Wayne Butler got in on the play. 2nd down and about 9 yards to go. I'm going to take a look at the replay of the run as Butler. You saw the spinning run by Cronkite. Finally brought down by number 28, Alex Williams. It's never a good sign when one of your cornerbacks has to make a tackle off a rushing play.
Yep. So brings up 2nd and 9 here on the 35-yard line for Gull Lake. Throws it to number 42, Tron Robinson, who tries to make some moves. Was brought down quickly, close to a 1st down.
Good pursuit by the Viking backfield. Tron Robinson very fortunate to actually manage some kind of positive yardage here as he picked up about 4. He looked like he was brought back down at the 36, but managed to weave his way through and pick up about 4 yards.
Yeah, he was definitely lucky making that last move, or else he would have been
toast.
Sacked for a big loss.
Yes, sir.
And there's an official timeout on the field.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 here, Andy. The ball at about the 43.5-yard line for Gull Lake, and they're going to take a measurement. Maybe if the offense requested it, maybe get a breather. Nevertheless, they're going to measure here. Obviously short of the 1st down.
Oh, they give it to him.
Don't I feel like Mr. Stupid, Andy?
I could have sworn they were short at least a few yards there, Dom. Big.
Generous spot there by the official.
Yep.
I stand corrected.
So bring up first down for Gull Lake on their own 43-yard line.
And then it's Gull Lake's first down of the night. Let's see what kind of offense they can get off of it.
Their fans are trying to get their players pumped up. Number 12, Sam Gregory, looks over the D-line. Gregory looking, it's a draw to number 20. Nate Elman with a huge gain there, gets it up to the Vikings 35-yard line.
Alleman with a great run off the gut there, just coasted right through a herd of Viking defenders in the backfield. He managed to get up to about the 41.5-yard line. And Gull Lake, their first threat of the night, Andy, inside the Vikings 40-yard line. Vikings defense just needs to keep it up. They got to keep it coming. Put some pressure on quarterback Kyle Rogers. Or quarterback Sam Gregory, rather.
There's a counter there to the number 33, Matt Miller. Picks up a few yards.
Miller
pretty impressed right now with Gull Lake's offense.
They're mixing it up well. They're going with some slants. They've gone to some out patterns. Let's take a look at the replay of the big run by Alleman. He cut right up the gut and finally brought down by number 5, Chris Hunt, at about the 37-yard line. They bring up and a 5-yard gain on first down brings up 2nd and 5 here for the Blue Devils.
Gregory steps up to the line, looking over the Viking D. Looks like the Viking D maybe showing blitz a little bit. Gregory looking to throw. He's throwing it up deep. Number 42, Tron Robinson, picks it up for a Gull Lake touchdown.
Fine pass by number 12, Sam Gregory, as he aired it out for his favorite target, number 42, Tron Robinson. He managed to get a step on Alex Williams, and Williams a very valiant effort to try to get him out of bounds at about the 2-yard line as some fireworks go off in the Gull Lake section. But tough break there for the defense. We're going to take a look at the replay. We're looking at the monitors. We see balloons go up in the air.
How cute.
Yeah, really.
Well, Blue Devils do strike first as the extra point attempt is up, and it splits the uprights. As the Blue Devils, the Gull Lake jump up.
Oh, that's no good, Andy.
No
that
good.
Just went wide.
Excuse me on that.
Well, and this is uncharacteristic for the Vikings to be trailing at home, and with their offense just stalled right now. As we take a look at the replay of the touchdown, see Gregory steps back, pumps once, goes down the right sideline, and he has Robinson open and scampers into the end zone for 6 points. And unfortunately, 6 is all it is.
Well, I think the reason Robinson got so wide open, they didn't show it all in the replay, but he was pushing off 28 Alex Williams, but still.
He looked like he got off with a bit of a hand push-off hand check there. Nonetheless, the Vikings going to take over on offense here. They got to get something going. Coach Atluski hopefully knows, or is telling Shively something that'll spark this offense. Anything right now, because the offense just seems to be a little flustered right now, Andy. Maybe it'll repair itself by itself.
I think they're just frustrated that they're being shut down up the gut. They need to stick to what works. And so far, the only thing that's been working for the offense is the outside runs.
Well, they faced one like real close game all year, Andy. I mean, the Gaylord game was close at halftime, but the Vikings eventually ran away with it in the second half. But Fowlerville, in which they trailed at halftime, the Vikings were able to overcome it.
Yep.
See if they can do it tonight. Since they trail with 9:10 left in the second quarter, 6-0.
Number 34, Rob Schwartz gets set here to kick it off. Excellent kick. Makes a few moves up to about the 35-yard line.
Nice return by Gutsky.
Excellent return.
As he cut right up the gut, no pun intended. He gets up to the 33-yard line. The Vikings will take over 1st and 10 with good field position on the final return by Gutsky.
Well, let's see if the Vikings can take advantage of Gutsky's great return.
Let's take a look at the replay about Gutsky's return. He takes it about the 10-yard line, some fine blocking by Chris Hunt, among others. And he bolts forward to the 33-yard line. Nice shot by our crew.
This brings up 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line for the Vikings. Eric is in motion. It looks like
that's going to be some encroachment, Andy.
I think it might be on the the Vikings, though, Dom. Looks like they're moving back.
Didn't see any movement.
Oh, it is on Gull Lake. It's another free 5 yards.
Well, maybe this also attributes to Shapley's injury, trying to draw the defense offside, get as many free yards as possible.
Hard count is definitely working so far.
Smart thinking by Coach Atlewski. He's already got 10 yards on penalties just by encroachment.
So bring up 1st and 5 now for the Vikes. Got to try to get something started here. Keep the offensive moving. Keep doing what they're doing.
Yep.
Shadley walks up, looks over the 6-2 defense, which is so far I'm very impressed by, Dom.
Yeah. They are tough.
Yep.
That one might go against Haslett. I'm not quite sure, Andy.
Looks like it will be on the Vikings.
All the Vikings give the 5 yards right back to Gull Lake. Tough break after you get 5 yards on 1st down.
We'll take a shot of Coach O giving some instructions to his quarterback.
You can't be happy about that play. Offensive line, or everyone on the offensive line just needs to concentrate. Not jump early at all, and they failed to do so right there. Nevertheless, 1st down right back where we started from.
So to bring up 1st and 10 now for the Vikings. As Dom said, right where they started from on the 33-yard line. Number 22, Peter Aragon motion. They hand it off to, looks like number 30, Ben Murray. Even though he's brought back, it's going to be forward progress, so he gets about a couple yards, maybe 2.
Got to admire the effort there by Murray, as he was just surrounded by numerous Blue Devil defenders, and he managed to get a couple yards. Bring up about a 3rd and 8 here, or 2nd and 8, excuse me. Vikings just searching for a big play here.
Oh, definitely. When they get that big play, usually that momentum shifts right for the Vikings. And so far, they're still just searching for it.
It's been there for them all year, Andy, but hopefully it'll still be there tonight.
There's a counter there to number 33, Adam Hinman, who keeps on his feet, and he just keeps bolting. Looks like he's got the 1st down.
That is the most impressive play I've seen all night. Junior Adam Hinman going right up the gut, looked to be stopped short with about a 2-yard gain. Managed to get close to a Viking 1st down, and looks like they might measure here. A very impressive run by number 33, Adam Hinman.
Looks like they're not going to give him the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and maybe inches to go.
Half yard, maybe. Look for the hard count here, Andy. Offensive line has to be ready.
It's been working so far tonight, Don. Might as well stick with it. Shadley with the hard count. Oh, there's some movement for the Vikes.
Tough break. Tough break.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now on the penalty.
You just kind of erase a perfect run by Adam Hinman.
Yep.
Just an excellent run. And it's got to deflate your offense's motivation right now. Bring up 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 rather. But it's not an insurmountable total, 3rd and 6. It's a little bit tougher than 3rd and 1, but see what the Vikings have here.
The fans start to get the Vikings up and get them riled. Shively looks like he's going back to the hard count. Hands it off to number 33, Adam Hinman, who has no blockers. Has brought down, maybe have gotten a yard.
You see Tron Robinson do it on both sides of the ball with a fine tackle there of number 33, Adam Hinman. Cut to the outside, but it's still going to be short on the 1st down, unfortunately, and the Vikings have to punting it.
Right now, everything just going right for the Blue Devils. Fumble recoveries, taking advantage of that great pass by Gregory.
Bad penalties by the Vikings, too.
Yep.
Not to take anything away from the Blue Devils.
Number 15, Nick Shavley's punt is away. Taking by number 20, he fumbles the ball. It's loose, but they dive right back on it. Chris Hunt was right there.
Oh, tough break. What a huge play that would have been as the ball was loose and Gull Lake Blue Devil was able to fall on it right before Chris Hunt was able to see it.
Definitely heard footsteps on that one.
Ooh. We're going to take a look at the replay of the give to Adam Hinman as he cuts the outside here, stopped short of the 1st down by about 3 or 4 yards. Nice pursuit there by Robinson.
Gull Lake will take over here 1st and 10 on their 26-yard line. They give it to number 33, Matt Miller, who gains maybe about a yard or so. Well, they give him 4 yards.
Well, not to be too dramatic, Andy, but you know, you really got to think, as you see Adam Hinman look on, is that this has got to be probably the biggest series of this Viking defense all year. They've got to keep this a one-possession game the way things are going right now. Their offense is having a tough time moving the ball. They've got to keep it as a one-possession game, which it is right now.
Yep.
A lot of pressure on the defense, so let's see how they respond.
Robinson is split out to the same side as the other split end. Looking here to run, they give it to number 20, Nate Allman.
Nice run there by Allman.
It's going to bring up
about a yard or two, set up a 3rd and 5.
Very nice job. The 3rd and 2, yep.
Also good pursuit by the defense as they got a 3rd down here. Big 3rd down. Got to come up big.
Great job for the Vikings that time. Hey, it's us. Look at us in the monitor. Hi. Brings up.
I don't see the camera.
Brings up 3rd and 2 now. The Vikings are looking to throw. Oh, right through the hands of number 42, Robinson. Definitely heard footsteps.
Williams got to watch that. Little questionable late hit there. Of course, he was in pursuit of Robinson, so nice play by the cornerback. And Robinson, although he caught the touchdown pass, has 2 costly drops so far. But the Viking defense comes up really huge here. They'll get the ball back as Gull Lake sets the punt.
And they definitely would like to put 7 up on the board.
Oh, they'd love to
right
get a score
before halftime.
Very good point, Andy. And the defense is helping them tonight, giving the offense every opportunity.
There's a high booming punt. Looks like it might take a Viking bounce. Oh, there's a fumble. Oh, just big mistake. Just a bad decision right there.
Alex Williams has been getting it done all year long on the punt return. He made a very unfortunate decision there. And Gull Lake will recover on the 48-yard line. This is back-breaking. Your defense holds Gull Lake rather. You're going to get the ball back. Something like this happens, it's really got to hurt.
Momentum is definitely swinging to the side of the Blue Devils right now, so they'll take over 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line.
Well, I mean, you just got to tell your D, just get out there and make something happen again. You've been doing it so far.
Gull Lake looks here to capitalize on the fumble recovery. They're going to option it. They give it to number 20, Nate Allman. Gets about 4 yards on the carry.
I feel bad for Butler there. He was in a bit of a precarious position as he had the halfback to his left, and he was watching the quarterback. Gained him about 4 or 5 yards. 6 yards, rather. So it was a good gain on 1st down for Gull Lake on the option. Looked like it was going to be less yardage at the start of the play. The offensive line was able to get the job done.
Maybe a little generous there on the spot, but
I think so too.
Looking to throw. It's batted up in the air. Ooh, incomplete. Oh, it was close.
Might have hit the ground there. Any questionable call. Nevertheless, great play by number 53 Butler. A nice job to follow the ball by Chris Boyce. And that was a nice play action too by Sam Gregory, as his flanker was wide open, and the Vikings did bite on that one. They bring up 3rd and about 4 yards to go. Another big 3rd down here. Vikings have to gut it out.
Vikings so far, though, have come through on the big 3rd downs. About 4:20 to go here in the 1st half. Vikings need a big stop here as Gregory looks over the line. Looking here to throw. He's pressured. Throws it up. Oh, huge break there as number 20, Nate Allman, had everyone beat and just dropped it.
Costly mistake as drop passes have really hurt the Gull Lake team. They could be up by 14 or 15 points right now. This is it, Andy. This is the Vikings' chance. Their defense have made big plays, and they've gotten breaks. No excuses this time. They're getting the ball back, providing the Gull Lake punts here, which it seems like they would. And indeed they are. When you look at the replay here, you see Allman is wide open, right over the center of the field, and just is unable, possibly thinking about the touchdown before the catch. As Gregory sets the punt away.
It's going to take a bounce for the Vikings as...
But you hope this doesn't hurt the confidence of Alex Williams. He's been such a valuable asset on special teams all year.
Nonetheless, Vikings will take over here around the 26-yard line.
The offense gets another chance here to try to muster something before halftime. We're running on 4 minutes left here.
There's a shot of Coach Otluski and number 5, Chris Hunt.
Hunt's played all right for himself tonight. I got to do it as a team.
So 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. The Vikings will take over, possibly looking for at least some kind of a score here. As the counter, they give it to number 33, Adam Hinman, who fights close, maybe for a couple yards, maybe 2 yards at the most.
See the tackle was made there by number 33, Matt Miller. Nice pursuit on the play. Hinman did all he could just to muster half a yard at that. Bring up 2nd and long here for the Vikings.
Looks like they're going to spot it as no gain on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Vikings. They hand it off to number 30, Ben Murray.
Good run by the fullback Murray. He got up to the 31-yard line, gave him about 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and 5 here for the Vikings.
And I'm also wondering about the condition of Peter Eric, who has had no carries so far after being hurt.
Well, it looked like Eric was, was possibly bothered by his hip there, maybe a flexor. He remarked to me earlier in the week that his hip was bothering him. We hope that's not the case, and that he'll get the ball more throughout the rest of the game. But
he's definitely a vital person. The Vikings
blocking or running.
Yep. As number 15, Nick Shively, rolls off the throw. Complete to number 40, Ryan Walker. Gets across midfield.
What guts by Nick Shively. As he threw the ball to the sideline to Ryan Walker. Big play for the Vikings, their first big play of the night. And that gets the student section electrified. The Vikings have a first down in Gull Lake territory. You wonder how that felt for Shively. He looks to be favoring his right arm. We'll take a look at the first pass of the night for the senior. Looks like a play action to Eric. As you see right there, he pulls it out. His favorite target, Ryan Walker, wide open. As he rumbles into Gull Lake territory. A lot of guts by the senior.
And I wonder if his arm is, if he's feeling the effects of that.
Certainly hope not. No gain on the play, it looked like there. The give was to
Vikings.
Ben Murray.
Looks like they're going up to a little hurry-up offense here as they go right into the huddle here with 2:07 to go in the first half. Like to see the Vikings at least get 3 out of this drive. Shively keeps it on the keeper, runs right into Tron Robinson and runs right over Robinson.
Nice job by Shively there. He continues to impress me with his very valiant offense as he leads it inside the 35-yard line now. First down, Haslett.
Looks like he's hurting though a little bit.
Things are starting to come together for this Viking offense. You hope Shively can hang in there. Proved to be most valuable so far tonight.
Robinson tried to break down and make a tackle, and he was just flat out run over by Shively. He was just knocked around.
Take a look at the replay here. Shively with a fake to Hinman. Hinman had me going there for a second, and Shively kept it.
He runs, see right there, runs right over Robinson.
Very good eye, Andy.
We'd like to send out big congratulations to our boys soccer team who won the District 3 championship today.
Very impressive, led by Captain Jake Lathrop. That team won 3 straight games as we hosted the districts, and we'll head off next Wednesday night at 5 o'clock to play at Saginaw Heritage.
Against the winner of the Oscoda Owls and the Tawas Braves.
Yeah, very great thing for Viking sports right now. Football teams in the playoffs, soccer team continues to impress. See that very large Gull Lake defensive line moves up.
Yeah, they are definitely large, Dom. Got some big boys on that front line, but it's no different than Fowlerville.
Yep.
So the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10 on their 34-yard line with about 1:50 to go in the first half. There's a handoff to number 23, Chris Coping, who breaks free. Excellent run there by the junior.
Otluski getting some fresh blood in there off the bench as Coping with a big carry, and the Vikings enter the red zone for the first time tonight. Great run there by the junior. one of the guys that has the best, like, quickest feet on the team, along with Eric and Murray. Look at the replay here. See Shively gets under center. See, he gives it to Holping right away, continues with the fake. Holping takes it inside the 20-yard line.
That play, the Blue Devils snuffed it out, and maybe a gain of just maybe one or none on that carry.
Got about a yard and a half there, Andy. Bring up a second and a long 8.
Vikings get up quickly on the line here with about 1:22 to go in the first half. There's a handoff to number 33, Adam Inman, who fights for a couple.
Timeout Haslett, Andy, and looked like a bit of a late hit there on him, and wasn't sure. Gonna bring up 3rd down and about 9 yards to go, or 8 yards to go.
And Otluski must be asking himself, does he want to risk another pass from Shively?
You saw it work once, Andy. I don't know, like, how long or how much Coach Otluski's willing to press his luck with Shively tonight. But you saw it work on that one play. It sparked the Viking offense. You hate to see Shively hurting, but if you can still throw a ball as good like that, you might have to try it.
There's a shot of some great Viking football players. Number 71, Eric Wallenberg. Number 51, Brad Hildenbrand. Shot of the Gull Lake team. Very impressed by Tron Robinson on both sides of the ball. He's been doing it tonight.
He does have the 2 drops, however, Andy, and I'm sure his coach, Denny Keck, is reminding him about that.
There's a shot of Coach Porritt. One heartbeat. Great shirt. Brings up a huge 3rd and 8 now for the Vikings here on the 16-yard line. Hands it off to, looks like number 23, Chris Coping.
Coping is inside the 10-yard line.
And you get a 1st down for the Vikings. Excellent run by number 23, Chris Coping.
1 minute mark, Andy. Vikings in the hurry up here. Very impressive by Coping. He's carrying this Viking offense towards the end zone. 1st and goal.
Shively keeps it on the keeper, but he's brought down.
He had 1 man left to beat there, Andy. Tough break for the Vikings. Gonna bring up 2nd and goal. Clock ticking with 47 seconds left.
It looks like first and 9, loss of about 4 yards there, and the clock continues to run here, 40 seconds to go. They give it to number 23, Chris Coping, who's brought down very quickly, shot down. Bring up 3rd and a long 8 with 25 seconds to go. Vikings got to hurry up and get on the line.
Vikings in a tough position here once again. 3rd and long, and also 3rd and goal. See what Coach O has up his sleeve here.
13 seconds to go here in the first half. Shively looking to throw.
He got it. That's Eric.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Brilliant catch by Peter Eric as he was falling on a bounce and also had to elude a defender and pulled the ball back in. And what a huge score that is for Haslett with 6 seconds left in the half.
Very gutsy call there. Shively risking to throw again.
Shively to Eric, what a combination there. And what a huge score for Haslett. As Danhoff will attempt to give his team the lead.
I got to be wondering, though, how Shively's arm is feeling after those throws. Even though they're small passes, still, I wonder if he's feeling any effect. As Danhoff gets set here for the extra point attempt. No block this time. And that's going to split those uprights to give the Vikings a 7-6 lead.
What a mark of a good team, Andy. You see a team get outplayed like the Vikings have been for the entire half. 6 seconds left, they score a touchdown. They go into the locker room with the lead. And very impressive by Colpine and Shively and Eric on the touchdown catch. We're going to take a look at the replay as Shively rolls to the left side. Looks like no one open. Eric takes the ball away from number 42, Tron Robinson. Stays in bounds. 6 points for the Vikings, and they lead 7-6.
Momentum has definitely just switched sides for the Vikings here. Even though Blue Devils get the ball back second half, that touchdown is definitely going to have them fired up and ready to go.
Definitely. It's got to be a huge confidence booster.
And everyone who was on the sidelines who was dead and soaking their heads is now up and jumping around.
You see Connor McDevitt and Mike Douglas exchange some words about the last score. expect the Vikings to squib here. They don't want to give up any kind of solid return.
No, definitely not with
6
6
seconds left in the
seconds.
half.
Very true. Definitely what we said earlier, though. Gull Lake so far tonight has definitely been the toughest opponent so far the Vikings have faced. I'm very impressed with them.
Yeah, it's that 6-man line, Andy.
Yep. Danhoff's kick is a low-high squib one, but there's a flag on the play.
We have some illegal procedure against the Vikings here. It looked like they might have broke a bit early. And it is against Vikings, and they'll move the ball back on the kick.
Still don't want to give up a huge play here with 6 seconds to go. Because Gull Lake definitely does have the firepower to run a kickback down.
Oh, they have proven to have some speedy players along, especially with Element.
So Danhoff will get set here to kick again. Probably be looking forward to almost the same thing. Don't want to give anything up. Fans get ready behind him, supporting him. Danhoff kicks a squib one. It's off of hands of Gull Lake players. Number 11, Nick Harris finally falls on it with about 3 seconds here to go.
Coach Atluski's displaying a little displeasure on the sideline right now. A little upset with the clock running, possibly. 3 seconds seemed like an awful lot of time as that ball hit a player and still trickled along for a while.
3 seconds is definitely enough time for Gregory to get a pass off so far tonight, who's shown that he does definitely have an arm.
Well, he's 55 yards away from the end zone. Possibly they might look for an interference penalty here. But the Vikings aren't taking any chances. They have Chris Hunt, Ryan Walker, and I believe that is number 21, Zach Smith, back deep.
They're just going to down it. Very smart there. That'll do it for the first half. So far, I've impressed on both sides, but as the scoreboard will show, your Vikings are out to a 7-6 lead over the Blue Devils of Gull Lake. And
it's been a messy game, Andy, and the Vikings, I'm sure they would even agree with me. They were probably outplayed for the most part. But the point is, they got the lead at halftime. They scored when they needed to. Shibley's arm is obviously hurting him, and he still was able to lead him down to that last score. Great catch by Peter Eric in the corner of the end zone as well.
Yeah, it is.
Good effort.
Dom, as you said, it's definitely been a messy game so far. Very impressed, though, with the gutsy calls of Nick Shibley, you know, throwing, even though he is very, I don't know if his shoulder still bothers him a lot, but I'm very impressed. And we'll see if the Vikings can, see if the Vikings can hang on to it.
Also tonight, we regret to tell you we will not be covering the band at halftime due to technical difficulties. And we will be back with second half action right after this.
Welcome to the second half of play. As you can see that your Vikings are on top of the Blue Devils of Gull Lake 7-6. So far, it's been a very messy game, but the Vikings have found a way to fight over the messiness and are out to a 7-6 lead.
Well, it was that big play at the end of the first half, as we all know, with 6 seconds left, Andy. Shibley found Eric open in the end zone. Or actually not really open, but Eric took the ball away from number 42, Ton Robinson. Vikings did not play Viking football in the first half, and We're going to go down to Allison Hewitt on the sidelines. Allison?
Just to recap the scoring for you thus far in the game. Haslett took over the ball at the Gull Lake 9-yard line with 1:41 to go in the first quarter on a fumble. The field goal was blocked, and Gull Lake recovered the ball to march down the field 81 yards for a touchdown, capped off by a 32-yard pass. Haslett came back at the end of the second quarter with a 75-yard drive to have a touchdown to take over the lead 7-6 in the game. The leading rushers thus far in the game have been Nate Allman for Gull Lake with a net gain of 28 yards. For Haslett, the leading rusher has been Chris Colpine with a net gain of 31 yards. Haslett has gained 99 yards on the ground thus far, with Gull Lake gaining 55. It'll be interesting to see what players break open the game here in the second half. Back up to you, Andy.
Thanks for the great stats so far, Allison. Very surprised, only 99 total rush yards.
Very uncharacteristic, Andy.
Let's see if the Vikings, though, can shed that uncharacteristic ways and explode for some big gains the second half.
Well, they're going to have to start on the defensive side of the ball first, Andy, as they're going to kick off here.
But also, even though they are going to be kicking off, they did have that momentum swing scoring with only 6 seconds to go in the first half.
You've got to hope that Big Mo's going to carry over.
And it all starts with the defense, Dom.
Yep.
They're able to pour on the defense, and they'll be able to do anything. Get ready, set. Here's number 14, Danhoff gets set to kick.
Gull Lake is yet to get out on the field here. Maybe a little delaying tactics by Coach Denny Keck.
Probably wants to make sure that he gets his boys fired up. Maybe take over that momentum from Haslett. All they got to do is keep doing what they've been doing. The runs to...
Well, they did give up the touchdown, Andy, but their defense has been very successful with that 6-man front, like we talked about. Very impressive.
They keep running the ball with Nate Allman and then throwing the ball to number 42, Tron Robinson. They're right back in this game. Very impressive so far, though. Even though they're trailing down, I'm very impressed. As the fans get up on their feet here, it's very loud here in Viking Stadium. Number 14, J.J. Danhoff gets set to kick. Kicks it deep. It's going to be returned by number 20, Nate Allman. There's a fumble. Picks it up. Cuts up maybe to about the 20-yard line.
That's a tough break for the Vikings as Allman fumbled the ball, went back to about the 3-yard line, picked it up, and still managed a 17-yard return as he eluded some Viking special team players. Coach O talking with his quarterback about the next offensive series, I'm sure. And Adam Hinman looks along.
Gull Lake will take over here, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
That's a fumble. Vikings got it.
Huge break there for the Vikings as they recover the fumble. I believe they're going to give it to them. And they do.
Big plays, Andy, like we talked about. Vikings getting the big plays here at the start of the second half as they fell on the ball. It looked like some miscommunication on part of Gull Lake. It might have been knocked loose. I couldn't quite tell as Coach Port congratulates his defensive troops. But nevertheless, the Vikings will take over inside the 20-yard line. Big opportunity to put some more points on the board, give themselves a little bit of breathing room. Take a look at the replay here. See the give was to Alleman, and it was knocked loose by number 53, Wayne Butler. I'm sorry, the give was to Miller.
Oh, there's a break. Touchdown, Vikings.
Peter Eric exploded off tackle to the left side there.
I don't think his legs bother him anymore, Dom.
I think Pete's feeling pretty good. There is a flag on the play, though, Andy. And you know 90% of the time when there's big runs like that, it's almost too good to be true. And the ref picked up the flag. There is no flag on the play. That's a good sign.
That is definitely a good sign for the Vikings.
As Danhoff will try to give them the 8-point lead.
Kick is up, it splits those uprights, and that is 14 points for the Vikings.
Well, Andy, Coach O could not have written a script better than this for the Vikings to start the second half. They take over on a turnover. They capitalize on one play on the turnover, going to Eric, the main strength of this team, and they now lead 14-6, just 20 seconds into the half. Great run by Eric.
He looks on the sidelines, though. Looks like he's limping around a little bit, but still.
It looked like he was wincing with some pain, but gutsy performance by Eric, as well as Shibley. The Vikings will now kick off, leading by 8.
Which gives them a little bit of breathing room, just lets their defense sit back and take over this game, Dom. As Blue Devils take the field. I wonder what encouraging advice.
They still got a good offensive plan, Andy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, Denny Keck seems to know what he's doing with using Gregory and number 42, Robinson. But, you know, they also had the tough break when Alleman dropped that potential touchdown pass.
Danhoff kicks it off deep again. This time he doesn't fumble the ball. They make a huge wall.
Well, he handed that off, Andy.
He handed it off. Excellent play. And number 20 is loose. He's got one man to beat. It's Danhoff. Excellent takedown by JJ.
Nice tackle by Danhoff. Way to stay alert there as he prevented a touchdown there by Alleman on some trickery on the part of Gull Lake. Very impressive move. Nevertheless, there's about a 60-yard return into Viking territory. Ball will be marked at about the 39-yard line of the Vikings.
That was definitely some trickery pulling off there by the Blue Devils.
And Gull Lake strikes right back, Andy.
Shades of Fowlerville, Dom.
Yes, sir.
Blue Devils will take over here 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. Viking defense still looking here to take over in this game. There's going to be an option out to number 20. But he is brought down with no place to go by Nick Tavonen.
Nice job by Tavonen as well as Gutsky pitching up on the option play there. We're going to look at the return by potentially Alleman. As you see, he pitches it to Alleman. Boy's taken out of the play by 33 Miller. Alleman keeps up the right sideline, and if not for a great tackle by J.J. Danhoff, we could have been looking at a potential tie game here.
So bringing up 2nd and 12 now for the Blue Devils here in the 41-yard line. Vikings still trying to get that defense momentum very high.
Defense looks strong, Andy.
Gregory looking here to throw, looking to air it out, looking to Alleman.
Oh, that's a flag.
They're going to throw the flag. Alex Williams didn't even see the ball in the air. He just hit Alleman. That's a tough break.
Tough break. Williams looked like he was set to turn around, continue downfield, ran into Alleman, and 100% of the time that is going to be flagged. That is the definition of pass interference, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
That's definitely going to be a gift there for the Blue Devils.
See if they can take advantage of it. Bring the ball, I believe, up to about the 26-yard line.
Nothing Alex Williams could do about that. He just ran into him full speed. Just going to have to shrug it off. You know, he's the kind of player that just does that, and he'll come back the next play with his head up.
He's that kind of competitor.
So I'll bring up an automatic 1st down there for the Blue Devils. We'll take it on the 34-yard line.
Well, look at this, Andy. 1 minute ago, we're talking about the Vikings getting on track, possibly going to run away with this game, and Blue Devils come right back down inside the 30-yard line already.
So brings up 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line for the Blue Devils.
Another fine carry by Alleman, Andy, as he gets inside the red zone, close to a 1st down, and bring up about 2nd and 2.
One thing I don't think the Vikings are also used to is such explosive and quick backs that Gull Lake has.
Yeah, Alleman and Miller have proved to be quite the tandem tonight, Andy.
The other backs that they've played during the regular season, they were usually either there's one explosive guy or one really large guy. Gull Lake has both explosive backs. Deadly combination. Bring up 2nd and 3 now on the 19-yard line with 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Looks like there's going to be a reverse to Robinson. Fumbles the ball, and he runs backwards.
He's in trouble.
And he is definitely in trouble, Dom. That is a huge loss.
Big play for the Vikings defense. Terrible mistake for the Gull Lake Blue Devils there. As Robinson has had a few blunders tonight, none bigger than that one right there. Big play. That is a huge loss. Brings the ball back to the 35-yard line. That's going to go as about a 17-yard loss.
Yeah, that's going to be about 3rd and 35 yards, or 3rd and 18 yards, excuse me. definitely going to be seeing the pass here to Gregory, possibly to Robinson, even though he just botched that last play, looking for him to either go back to him or something different. Gregory here looking to throw. He's rushed, can't get away, throws it up.
His knee's down.
His knee was down. Complete to Allman. He's going to get it close up to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of about 6.
Now, not what Gregory was looking for there, but he was pursued by number 51, Brad Hildebrand. Nice pursuit by the senior. We're going to look at the big loss to Ton Robinson. As you see, he's unable to control the handoff, runs backward, cardinal sin, and he is brought way back down at the 35-yard line.
Buried alive, Dom.
Yes, and then they'll bring up 4th and long here, Andy. See how the Viking defense responds. They're going for it.
They got 2 split outs. They got Robinson and Williams there on the right side, looking to probably throw to one of them. And then you got Elman. He just went in motion, probably looking to throw to him too. He's very fast. Lofting it up to Robinson. Tipped away by number 5, Chris Hunt.
Great pass coverage there, Andy, by Chris Hunt. And the Vikings will take over here. Nice job by Hunt not to interfere. He stayed with his man the whole way and batted the ball down.
Robinson looks disgusted, but number 40, Ryan Walker, comes over and slaps him on the back for a good job.
The Vikings were not shaken up at all, Andy, by the return. The defense hung tough, got the big loss on Robinson. Now their offense will take over here.
You always like to see that kind of sportsmanship, and you especially see it from a favorite target, Ryan Walker.
Yes, sir. Ryan Walker, very nice competitor.
Affectionately referred to as the favorite target. So bring up 1st and 10 for the Vikings here on the 29-yard line. Shively trying to draw him off sides with the hard count. Hands it off to number 23, Chris Coping. And he is off to the races. He's got Robinson to beat. Huge gain there by Coping.
How do you like that, Andy? Chris Coping with an unbelievable night tonight.
He is just alive. He has exploded tonight.
That is just an amazing run for the junior as the fans show their appreciation on Chris Coping's run. That was a gain there, Andy, of about 48 yards.
That's why, so far tonight, Chris Coping is the leading rusher. Just huge plays like that.
We're going to take a look at the replay by Coping. See Shabley with a hard count. Gives it to Coping right away. He eludes number 11, Nick Harris, cuts to the outside, and is barely brought down by Ton Robinson.
Robinson had to use his entire body weight to throw him down. There's a flag on the play of that last run.
We might see a face mask here, Andy. I'm not sure if there was a hold.
Looks like it might be on the Vikings.
Yeah. And it is.
It is going to be holding on the Vikings. You hate to see that, Dom. Huge plays like that, the comeback with something that's negative.
It's got to be disheartening in some sense, Andy. This Viking offense has been through a lot tonight and all season long. Shouldn't have a problem overcoming this 10-yard loss.
So bring up 1st and 20 yards now for the Vikings. And the way Chris Coping has been running tonight, I'm sure that's an easy pickup. The Vikings come up to the line here. 1st and 21 on the 34-yard line. With about 7:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Shively looking over the 6-2 defense. Shively hands it off to number 23, Coping, who runs and gets close to the line of scrimmage.
I think the Blue Devils are still looking for an answer for Chris Coping. Continues to impress, Andy. He picks up about 8 yards there.
They definitely do not have the answer for the answer man, Chris Coping. You like that?
Very deep.
Thank you. So that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 11 yards to go for the Blue Devils. Excellent shot there from the camera crew. Close-up view. Maybe it looks like there may be a gain of 1 or 2 by the run of number 22, Peter Ehrig.
Bring up 3rd and long here, Andy, for the Vikings. 3rd and about 11 yards to go.
I don't know, do you risk throwing the ball here on 3rd down, or you just pound it in with Coping and Ehrig?
I got to think you do, Andy. I mean, if Shabley's arm was bothering him that bad, he wouldn't be in the game right now. I would try something short and sweet to the outside, possibly to Thalen or Walker. Or actually, I'd definitely go strong side here.
Shabley probably will be looking here to draw him off sides. As he has time to throw, He's pursued, throws just out of the reach of favorite target, Ryan Walker.
Got number 86 there, Andy. Mike Novelette with a great coverage on Walker. That would have been a perfect pass for Walker to even have a chance. Good effort by Shiley. Bring up 4th and 11 here.
I think you're going to have to go for it.
Not
to take any away from Danhoff, you know, with that earlier punt block or field goal block, but I think you're definitely going to have to go with the momentum.
It's a 42-yard field goal, Andy, and you're too close to even try to pooch it. So, yeah, you might as well see what your offense has right here.
And especially with the momentum still going with the Vikings, you might as well go for it.
Most definitely. You don't want to see a blocked field goal on any kind of return.
This brings up 4th and 11 here on the 25-yard line. Shively here hands it off to Peter Eric, but he's tripped up in the backfield.
Question that call, Andy.
But number 33, Matt Miller.
Nice pursuit by Miller as he was able to keep Eric down. Looked like Gull Lake was ready for that play in some fashion as they were moving all their defenders to the right side or left side.
They will take over. Sorry, Dom.
No, go ahead.
But they will take over here, 1st and 10 on their own 27, and I would have to agree with
Eric's
you.
obviously frustrated there, Andy. Wanted to break free. Take a look at the replay of Eric's run. Tries to cut to the outside, but it's brought down by Miller, as you said.
Just tripped up in the backfield. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Still trailing here, 14-6. As there's a handoff to number 20, Ailman, very fast, and he's close to the 1st down.
And I think Gutsky got hurt there. Looked like it might have been spiked there in the chest area. We'll have to see. Nevertheless, it was a nice trip up by Gutsky as he comes.
He's up. Looks like he's holding his wrist, Dom.
Yeah, might have got stepped on there. It's got to be painful for the senior.
Gull Lake did get a 1st down here, so it'll be 1st and 10 on their 41-yard line with 5:55 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Gull Lake is not going to go away easily, Dom.
And they didn't come all this way to go away without a fight, Andy. I agree.
Robinson split out along with Williams. They like going to that. There's throwing. Gregory's throwing, batted down right in front of him by number 25, Chris Boyce.
It's Boyce and Butler getting in on that left side for the Viking defense, and they've batted down 2 passes tonight. Very nice job by Boyce.
Gregory was just about to give the ball to Boyce.
It's a
great pursuit by Boyce and Butler tonight.
Oh, definitely, and he also prevented a big gain. As you saw, they bit on the play action there, and they had a couple receivers partially open downfield. A nice job by Boyce.
Let's bring up 2nd and 10 now here. Same split as last time. Excellent camera shot there. Real close in. Gregory looking to throw. There's a fumble on the play. He's stripped.
Vikings have it.
And I think the Vikings got it. Pescato. Attaway Scotto, number 52.
What a job by Jeremy Pescato. Keep the awareness to jump on the ball as Coach Ford high-fives his defense. And once again, Gull Lake seems to be started off on the right foot with a big play, and the Vikings defense just says no. And now they'll take over at the 31-yard line with 5:28 left in the 3rd quarter. Look at the replay here. You see Gregory drops back to pass. Brad Hildeman actually caused the fumble. Very alert by Pescato to jump on it. Vikings take over.
And they just said no.
Well. Okay, Andy.
Sorry. Just a little excited, caught up in the moment.
Yeah, can understand that. Coping rumbled forward for about half a yard there.
Be about 2nd and 10 to go here on the 31-yard line. All the bad breaks now are falling for Gull Lake. Fumble recoveries, just excellent defensive pressure. Shibley walks up here, and that 6'2", I think the Vikings have finally found an answer for that 6'2" defense, and that's got to be Chris Coping. It's number 22, Peter Eric's in motion. They hand it off to number 33, Adam Hidman, who's tripped up, but lunges forward for a few yards, maybe possibly 3.
Nice job by Hidman, as he's been doing all night, to lunge forward for those extra yard or 2.
Let's bring up 3rd and 8 yards to go. There's a shot of the huddle, great shot. We got excellent camera crew. There's a shot of the student section trying to get them fired up. Scheibele here with the hard count. Hands it off to number 23, Chris Coping. Rumbles forward close to a Viking first down, possibly about 3rd and 3 down.
Big 3rd down here for Haslett. Or 4th down, actually, Andy. Forgot about the other first round there.
Excuse me on that.
Obviously another situation where Coach Atluski gets the 25-yard line is going to go for it.
Might as well. Everything so far is going right for the Vikings. Big play here. Scheibele here looking to throw. He's got time. Finds number 40, Ryan Walker. Makes a few breaks. First down, Vikings.
Great stutter step by Walker to avoid the tackle of number 25, Sean Cronkite. And Scheibele using his injured arm once again to get the Vikings closer to their goal. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And that'll get the parents up and standing.
Oh, yeah.
Which really doesn't happen too often. You see the parents standing up the whole game. Usually it's the students.
Look at the replay here of Scheibele's last pass to Walker. See, fakes to Eric, drops back, heaves it over towards the sidelines. Walker stops, eludes the defender. Great run by Walker after the catch.
Number 33, Adam Hinman, takes a handoff there. Close.
Got to about the 2-yard line.
2-yard line. Vikings here looking to punch another one in and possibly put this game out of reach. Be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Scheibele hands it off to number 33, Adam Hinman, who's in there for a Viking touchdown.
It's coming down, Andy. It's coming down real hard.
Yes, it is. As Alex Williams shows to the camera exactly what's coming down. It's definitely putting some pressure on Gull Lake.
Nice run by Hinman there as he powered over the goal line. Gives the Vikings a 14-point lead, pending the extra point. Great effort by Hinman and the Viking offense in whole.
Danhoff gets set for the extra point attempt. It's up, and it splits the uprights. As your Vikings jump out to a 21-6 lead here with 2:36 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We're gonna take a look at the replay of the touchdown here. See Scheibele gives it right to Hinman, off tackle, lunges in the end zone. Tackle too late attempted tackle too late by number 42, Robinson.
Just run over again.
And I think you're going to see this Viking defense come out here really strong. This next possession for Gull Lake can make or break them as far as this game goes.
So far, I've been very impressed with the gutsy performance by Scheibele with his hurt arm. Very impressed so far.
Coach Atluski gives some instruction to number 44, number 14, J.J. Danhoff. Fine catch there and a run by Walker on that last series, Andy. Set him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, very impressed how he gets stopped in mid-stride. Elusive tackler, and they just ran by him. Danhoff gets set here to kick. There's a shot of Connor McDivitt and Mike Douglas and Peter Ehrig discussing strategy, I would suggest. I couldn't tell you. Danhoff gets set here to kick. Squibs it in, bounces on the player, and the Vikings got it. First down, Vikings.
Go ahead, Andy.
Can't say nothing about it, Dom.
I'm at a loss for words here. What a great call by Atluski on the surprise onside by J.J. Danhoff. Maybe that's what he was telling Danhoff on the sideline. And the Vikings will take over in Gull Lake territory, 1st and 10, as they look to put this game away.
Very characteristic of the Vikings all year. They may not always start off burying teams, but by the end, it's over and done with. So bring up 1st and 10 now on the 48-yard line for the Vikings. There's a handoff to, looks like, Number 23, Chris Coping, fights for maybe about a yard. Be 2nd and 10, less of a yard, sorry, on that last call. We're gonna go down to Allison, who's on the sideline. Allison?
While the football team has been busy compiling a 9-0 record, other Haslett High School students have been busy preparing for this year's fall musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. With us here we have seniors Josh Hoisington and Casey Porter to tell us about the show. Josh, could you tell us what the show's about and who you play?
Well, I play the part of the Pharaoh, which is the king of Egypt. It's basically kind of the story out of the Bible of Joseph, but it's not a biblical show by any means. You know, it's funny, it's sad, it's upbeat. It's really cool. I don't know. It just goes. It talks about all these different situations that happen in the Bible. I don't know, but it's kind of like a parody of it, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do.
Okay, and Casey, could you tell us when the show is playing and how you can get tickets?
The show is playing November 18th, 19th, and 20th, and you can get tickets by ordering them through the mail, and you can get order forms in the office right now.
Okay, thank you, Casey. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allison, for those great updates there on Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Make sure you go out and see a fine production put on by the Haslett students. You going to be there, Dom?
Anyway, you see that last play. You saw Eric stop in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss.
So that's going to bring up
Nice pursuit there by number 40, Mike Gyron.
3rd and 18 now for the Vikings here, looking at one of those third and long situations. Not necessarily want to testing the arm of Shively unless they have to. Probably be looking here to throw to number 40, Walker. Shively's rush from the back, eludes his man, and he's off and he's running. Just great stuff by Nick Shively, and he runs and he gets so close to a Viking first down.
Do you believe this?
Unbelievable.
3rd and 18, Shively avoids the sack and somehow follows his blockers on his way to close to a Viking first down. Even if he didn't get it, what an amazing play by Shively.
I'm very impressed.
Oh no, holding. Oh, we'll take a look at the replay of Shively's fantastic run that's not going to count. As you see number 40, Gyron spun off Shively. They might call holding on number 50, JP Hooker there, but still debatable.
I don't know.
It looked pretty clean to me. I'm not saying it was.
Still looking for that holding call. I did not see it. Tough break though.
So it'll be 3rd down and 18 still, Andy, with
I believe so.
the 45-yard line with 41 seconds left in the half.
Very questionable call there as Shively just put on a gutsy performance, eluding all those tackles.
Nick Shively's shown me a lot tonight, Andy.
His number 84, Jeff Dalen's out wide. Perhaps looking to throw to him. He's got the size advantage on Robinson. They're going to give it to draw number 23, Chris Coping. Excellent run there to get up.
Good call by Otluski there, Andy, trying to set up the 4th and short play. Coping's been hot all night. You might still see the Vikings punt here, but nevertheless, you put it in good pooch punt territory.
Yep. And with a 14-point lead, that's definitely what you want to do.
Yep.
That's going to have time run out here in the 3rd quarter. You see the signs there showing definitely it is the 4th quarter.
Or they're just big fans of the number 4.
Perhaps.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. But nevertheless, your Vikings lead the Blue Devils of Gull Lake 21-6.
Vikings are 12 minutes away, Andy, from a showdown with either Hastings or Chelsea right here at Viking Stadium, providing they hold on tonight next week.
If they hold on, it's definitely going to be a tougher game than this one, no matter what. Hastings from that area. I know a little bit about
program.
Hastings. They're definitely a big, strong team.
And also, you saw Chelsea beat Fowlerville this year, and we all know how tough Fowlerville was to beat.
Nevertheless, though, very impressed.
Not to look ahead or anything, because this game is far from over.
I'm sorry, Don. What I was going to say is I'm very impressed with running performance by Chris Coping tonight. Just excellent. Just him stepping up along with Chris Hunt.
Yep, you have Peter Eric hurt. You have Nick Shively hurt. You got to rely on those younger guys, and they've done the job. And now you see Hunt split out here.
And Nick Shively just continuing to impress, you know, with the hurt shoulder and all. Risking throwing, risking running, risking just playing. So he kicks a high punt to number 20, Ailman, who's going to let it bounce. It's recovered by number 21, Zach Smith.
Nice job by Smith there from keeping that ball from going any further. It took the ball-like bounce.
And Dom, the defense is probably just going to sit back and take over this game. As Gull Lake will take over here, 1st and 10 on their, looks about 17-yard line.
Gull Lake can't panic here. Denny Keck's got to instill in his troops. This game is far from over. There's plenty of time. This is a 2-touchdown game potentially. They just need to focus, go with their, and obviously Ton Robinson has to hold on to the ball.
That explains it all right there, fans. One heartbeat. And so far tonight, that's what they've done. His number, Ailman stripped. There's a fumble. Vikings recover. There's another costly fumble. I think that's been about 4 tonight, Dom.
This has been about the greatest defense I've seen in the span of a quarter plus, Andy. This is just phenomenal.
They're just definitely just taking them out.
The Viking defense is just, as you said, they're taking them out. They're taking over this game, and they're giving the offense the ball in great field position. And that might have just been the last straw for Gull Lake, because I know what Haslett does on offense here.
It'd be nice if Vikings punch one in and put this game definitely out of reach.
I think one more score should do it, definitely. The way this defense is going, this might even hold up.
Shavely comes up here, probably very happy with his defense here. Look at that 6-2 again. They give it to Adam Hinman. Fights for a few yards, possibly 3. Bring up 2nd down. Be about 2nd and 8 yards to go. Just Gull Lake has no answer right now. Offensive stalls, turnovers. Defense is starting to let them down. Not a whole lot Gull Lake can do right now. Shively gives it to number 22, Eric.
Eric got to about the 5 there, Andy.
It's good to see him running the ball.
Still seems to be favoring that right side, but we get a good look from our crew. Vikings are close to a 1st down. They can still get 1st and goal inside the 5 here, Andy.
Well, the good thing, though, also, if Vikings do pull this one out, they'll have a week for Pete to... And there's a reoccurring sign there. I think someone likes Kelvin Myers, possibly.
I think I speak for the entire Haslett High School. What is going on with those girls?
I have no idea. There's a handoff to Eric. Spins free.
That's a 1st down,
That's
Andy.
a 1st down.
Nice job by Eric there. Spun out of trouble. Was able to take number 25, Sean Cronkite, with him. Inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Vikings.
Well, one thing about those signs, at least they're different each week. There's a little variety with the Kelvin signs. That's always nice to see. Bring up 1st and 2. Vikings here getting ready to punch this one in. And
we approach the 10-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
I know Coach Otluski would be very impressed by his Vikings if they put this one in. Didn't start out too good, but
he's in.
I think he's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
What a great gesture to give Chris Colpine the ball there. Doing such a solid game tonight. Penetrates over the goal line. Fine performance from the junior, and the Vikings now lead by 21 points, Andy.
And the Gull Lake fans, some of them starting to head for the exit. Hush is falling over the Gull Lake fans.
This was a 6-0 game with 10 seconds left in the 1st half in their favor. Now you see we're just at the beginning of the 4th quarter, and the Vikings lead by 21, heading the extra point. Remarkable. And it's not that their offense is stalled. They've turned the ball over, which cannot happen against a team like the Vikings.
Danhoff's kick splits the uprights again. Their Vikings jump out to a 28-6 lead with 9:54 here to go in the 4th quarter.
I think maybe Gull Lake's a little disappointed they have to go on offense again, Andy.
I'm going to have to go with yes on that one, down. Just what you said, Dom. Just it's not necessarily the offensive stalls. It's just mishaps.
It's a 22-point game now, Andy. You're probably going to see Gull Lake stick to the sideline routes, use Robinson, maybe use Alleman as a receiver.
Williams too.
Yeah.
If I was definitely Gull Lake, I'd be looking for Robinson. He's kind of got like the Randy Moss kind of charisma. He's tall, he's quick.
Also, but the difference is that Randy Moss can hold on to a football.
Ouch. Yeah, definitely an ouch. But he's still a very good athlete, even though he had that one, couple drops. He had that only score so far, and that's been the difference so far. Danhoff gets set here to kick. Line drive kick. Number 32 fumbles it a little bit, picks it up. He's got some running room. Oh, he's hammered by a group of Vikings. Close to the 25-yard line. As you see, great tackles there downfield.
Nice squib kick by J.J. Danhoff. Continues to be the exemplary kicker.
Very impressed with Danhoff. Impressed with everyone on the Vikings so far tonight, doing what they need to get done. So bring up 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on the 23-yard line. It's number 33, Matt Miller, there gets about 4 or 5 yards there on the run. He does get 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4 on the 30-yard line. You see Robinson going out wide here.
Clock's running. Gull Lake really needs to hurry up. They're 3 possessions down right now.
I'd be looking here for Robinson to go deep. Ball's batted away. There's a flag on the play.
Might see interference call, but it'll be nullified with a catch if that is indeed the call. Or what is the call?
I don't know exactly what the confusion is.
They're picking up the flag.
They're picking up the flag. So they are going to give
I think that
Gull
was
Lake the
interference
first down.
originally, Andy. And they're waving that off. He was able to hold on.
Okay. So I'll give him a first down. Nonetheless, even though that pass was broken up, I don't know if it was exactly an interference call they were going to call, but
it is debatable. I don't know why exactly they did pick up the flag.
Still having some confusion out there. Because I'm as confused as ever, and officials are still talking about it. They're asking to reset the clock to 9:07. That's going to put a lot of time back on the clock.
And listen to that Gull Lake crowd go nuts over the nice 15 seconds they were getting.
15 seconds is a big deal here when they're down by 3 scores down.
Sure, Andy, I shouldn't mock.
It's okay. It'll be 1st and 10 here on the 30-yard line as Gregory's rushed, throws it out to Allman, who gets up and close with some teammates on the sideline as he's crushed into some.
Nice job with it by Alleman. You saw Gregory there had to get rid of that ball to a screen pass really quickly. He was able to get about a 2-yard gain there and get out of bounds and stop the clock at 8:52.
It'll be about 2nd and 7 here on the 42-yard line.
On a mission, as many of the cheerleaders in school built some signs for the Vikings to cheer them on.
They're definitely on a mission. That would be to get to the Silver Dome.
Nice segue there, Andy.
Thank you. Gregory flips it out to Allman, who's crushed.
He is stopped right in his tracks by Joel Gutsky, the hard-hitting senior. Great job by the linebacker. Bring up 3rd and long here for Gull Lake.
You're looking here for Robinson, probably streaking down the side, probably a little short, quick pass. Gregory's got to be pulling something out of the bag. As you see, Allman's lined up too, probably possibly looking to throw to him. Allman's streaking up the sides. He sees him. Oh! Pass is broken up by Walker, and then he runs right into his own man.
Ball should have been caught there by Alleman. Walker kind of had it like on his leg for a few seconds there. Obviously didn't know it.
There's another shot of us. Wave to the camera.
Where are we? sideline. There.
We're panning out. Excellent shot there by our camera person, Laney Lauerman.
Thank you, Laney.
Thank you,
For
Laney.
making me look like a silly Billy Gumdrops.
Anyways, good use of vocab.
Yeah.
There's a timeout on the field. Will be called by Gull Lake here with 8:13 to go in the fourth quarter and starting to run out of time. As the fans are cheering, is trying to give some words of encouragement to the Blue Devils. Not a whole lot you can say with down 3 scores.
The whole season comes down to this 4th down, and if there's any hope of keeping this game alive and any possibility of a miracle comeback, Coach Port just got to tell his defense, stick with what's working. And it has been.
It's hard finding that camera out there, isn't it?
Yeah. We're not going to mention that again, are we, Andy?
I don't believe so. Coach Port giving some words of advice to his boys. Viking defense playing very well tonight. Looks like Gull Lake will punt. Maybe perhaps look for some trickery here as number 12.
There is Laney Lauerman, the longtime camera girl for TV 25.
She is our personal camera person. Oh, there's a fake punt they're throwing.
Oh, the Vikings
No
are
one's
ready for
fooled
that.
as Alex Williams intercepts the pass.
Personally, Andy, I don't see why at 4th and 7, that shorter yardage punt, you just go for it. The Vikings, as Port probably told his defense to be ready for the fake. We're down by 22 points. That's obviously something that's in the bag. But nonetheless, Williams picks it off, brings it back into Gull Lake territory. 8 minutes left. It's just a matter of time now, and the Vikings enjoy a 22-point lead.
Nice. Just everything going wrong for the Blue Devils right now.
Amazing turnaround. Give the Vikings credit, though, Andy.
Oh, I definitely give them credit because credit's due. As we see, number 12,
Conrad Bird.
Conrad Bird is coming to the game for the Vikings. Nice to see him in there, get some experience.
Conrad Bird, the quarterback of the future for the Vikings.
Oh, definitely.
They're expecting big things from this kid as he is just wiping the floor with the league in JV and freshman football so far in his career.
And it's nice to see him in there getting some snaps, getting some game experience in case Shively is hurt next week, is not ready to go. Bird here looking over the D-line. Hands it off to number 5. Chris Hunt barrels forward for a first down.
See the favorite JV combination, Bird and Hunt, penetrates for a Viking first down at the 35-yard line as we approach the 7:20 mark of the 4th quarter.
It's great to see the young guys get in there and produce like they do.
It's got to be a thrill for them. Playoff with a varsity. It's got to be great.
Take a look at that replay, Dom.
See, Bird turns around, gives the ball to Chris Hunt as he drags number 33, Matt Miller with him.
There's another handoff to Hunt. There's a flag on the play.
That's going to be wholly on Adam Hinton there, Andy. Tough break for the Vikings, nullifying another fine run by Chris Hunt. Move the ball back 10 yards. It's under 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Tough break for the Vikes. I'll bring the ball back, nullifying that nice run there by Chris Hunt. Bring up first and about 23 for the Vikings. With about 6:50 here to go in the 4th quarter, your Vikings out to a 28-6 lead over the Blue Devils of Gull Lake. Conrad Bird here looking to throw. Throws it to 84. Jeff Thalen just can't hang on.
It's too bad there
Tough
for Conrad Bird. Thalen just unable to hold on to the ball. Possibly trying to stay in bounds as well. So it's a tough play for Thalen to concentrate on, but it's a good job by Bird. Nice pass as he throws his first varsity football pass.
I'm sure Altluski would like to show off the arm that's on Conrad Bird.
This kid's got a cannon.
They hand it off to number 23. Chris Coping runs over just about every Gull Lake player that's left out there.
Chris Coping turns a 2nd and 23 to about a 3rd and 8, with just some more fantastic running as he's done all night, well over the 100-yard mark.
Very impressed with him picking up the slack tonight. Be about 3rd and 8 now for the Vikings.
Take a look at the long run by Coping here. Hard count by Bird. Gives it to Holping, continues with the fakes, and Coping drags some defenders with him for another 5-6 yards.
Yeah, drags about 3 guys with him.
Tough kid, Coping. And he's got the speed to go with it.
Brings up 3rd and 7 now here. Bird here is going to keep it on the keeper. Runs over a Gull Lake player and gets close to the first down.
It's going to be about 2 yards short here, Andy, 2 or 3.
It'll be 4th and a long yard to go, Dom. I'd like to see what Lusky does here.
Stick with Coping, try to get the first down and continue to milk this clock, but see what he does.
I'd also like to punch another one up there. We could have that 35-point continuous clock roll. We punch a couple more in. Anyways, give it to Adam Hinman. It looks like he tripped up over his own player, and I don't think they got the first down.
That's going to be Gull Lake football. So the defense have another shot to wear down this Gull Lake offense, so to speak.
Definitely congratulations to Conrad Bird. Comes in, takes over the offense. Very impressive. Gull Lake will take over here 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line with 5:43 to go here in the 4th quarter. Gonna have to go. They haven't gone back to Robinson in a while. I'd be looking here to throw to him. There's a pass. Right through the arms of number 32, Joe Cronkite.
So many drop balls tonight, Andy. I'm really surprised this Gull Lake offense.
Yeah,
these are kinks you got to work out in practice, and there's just been too many drop passes to overcome tonight. I mean, that's an 11-yard gain out of bounds, and the clock stops. Now you got 2nd and 10, you're still at your own 28-yard line.
We're gonna go down to Emily Hewitt.
With us here we have Jeff Smith, 1999 Haslett graduate and former football player. Jeff, can you tell us during playoff season, what is the players' mentality? What is it like?
Well, there's a lot of anxiousness and excitement, and got a lot of adrenaline going through your body going into the playoffs. But you also got to be careful and, you know, get worried about the next team and just keep working hard.
And Jeff, what do the coaches do to get you ready better to play those kind of playoff games?
They're just, I mean, we have all the plays learned and we know what we're doing, so they just sort of let us relax and have a lot of fun during practices and just go out there and work our butts off.
Thank you for your insights, Jeff. Back to you guys.
Sorry for that misunderstanding. It's Allison Hewitt. For a
Another
big
turnover by Gull Lake, Andy. The Vikings take over deep in Blue Devil territory.
Dom, I'm just guessing, but I think that's got to be very close to about 6 turnovers tonight.
Oh, no doubt. And plus the fumbles they recovered, we're not even counting.
Yep. Conrad Bird here looking to throw. Oh, picked off by number 10, Kyle Rogers, and he's off. Well, he has got his feet taken out from underneath him.
Good read there by Rogers as Bird was being rushed in the pocket. Had to get rid of the ball quickly. Tough break for the youngster. Don't see that too often, but it is his first varsity game. Got to cut the kid some slack. Tough break.
Still, though, Vikings are out to a 21-point lead.
I know, you got a 22-point lead here, and you got Blue Devils taking over at the 38-yard line, so there's very little life, but still is life left in their football game. They got to stay to the sidelines, Andy, and they tried it, and their receivers just cannot hold on to the ball, and you cannot have that against this Viking defense. They're doubling up on Robinson to the right side.
Gregory hands it off there on the draw to number
Miller.
33, Matt Miller. Gutsky, another impressive tackle.
Take a look at the replay of the interception. And you see there, number 10, Rogers, gets it all the way back to the 39-yard line as he just read the ball good off of Bird's hand.
Just tough break there.
Tough break for Conrad Bird.
Gregory looking to throw, throwing it up deep. Just
Well, that's a shame, Andy. Number 23 there, Ethan Williams, had a step on, I believe it was Ben Murray.
Gregory
Ball
just
was
overthrown.
Yep. Another 5 minutes to go. I'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Unlike the other quarterbacks that the Vikings have seen so far, this Gregory kid actually has a decent arm. I mean, not to take any away from the other quarterbacks in the league, but Gregory's very impressive, and he's more accurate. It's just as
well, there's no doubt about it, Andy. That the Vikings have got the luxury of not facing a real solid quarterback all the way around. They've had runners and decent passers. This guy has a pretty good package.
Number 20, Allman's brought down quickly by number 77, Brandon Dutcher.
Nice job by Dutcher, but nonetheless, Blue Devils do get enough for a first down. As they near midfield, the clock will stop on the first down, so the chains get set. They're definitely going to be in a hurry-up offense here. Denny Keck's got to get his boys to hurry up. Clock is ticking.
Got to get something going here, Dom. Clock is definitely their enemy. There's a shot of the 77 Dutcher. See how intense he's getting up there on the D-line. Gull Lake is definitely not needing another turnover here. Gregory here looking to throw. Hit as he's throwing. Ball's knocked up in the air. They got it. They got it.
Oh, they
Interception.
Handy. I think that's a bit of a break for the Vikings. I could have sworn that hit the ground.
Nick Tavonen.
Tavonen's going to get the interception. I could be wrong, but nevertheless, another Gull Lake turnover. And the Vikings have another opportunity to put this game away.
Not to take anything away from Gull Lake, but I've never seen so many turnovers by one team against this Haslett Vikings defense.
To the Vikings' credit, they've been there when they needed to be. Great play by Tavonen. Great concentration.
So that will bring up 1st and 10 for the Vikings on their own 40-yard line with 4:17 to go here in the 4th quarter. Just probably looking here to run away and milk the clock. As number 23, Chris Coping, is long gone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Is this not the icing on the cake for the junior? What a spectacular performance for Coping. What an unbelievable game for Chris Coping. I am so impressed. And he bursted through the middle there, Andy, for a 60-yard touchdown run. Great job by the junior. I think you're definitely going to see Chris Coping being used more throughout the rest of the playoffs. We're going to take a look at a replay here. Just slow motion on interception. Great work by our camera crew. He was tipped up in the air by Ryan Walker. Spotted with number 31, Mitch Bird. Going and lunges back.
Yep, definitely got it.
I don't know, Andy. That looked like it scraped the ground, but nevertheless, the Vikings got it.
And that led to that 60-yard scamper by Coping. I don't know, Don. It may have hit Tavonen's mask, and that may have why it looked like it popped up.
Well, it could be, as we have a Blue Devil down on the field. Trainer Tenston, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, you never want to see hurt kids.
Dan Hoff converted on the extra point to give the Vikings a 29-point lead.
Dom, he's still down on the ground.
Legs are moving and everything. Seems somewhat aware. That's always a good sign.
Yep.
Rough sport when these things happen.
See Peter Eric there. Look at his foot. Looks like it's okay.
Can't tell from here, Andy, but
nonetheless, don't want to take any chances.
Oh, of course not. Peter Eric's too valuable of this team to waste on senseless yardage.
And the Blue Devil player is still down on the ground. Dom, you never want to see this happen.
It's difficult to watch. You hate to see kids our age, Andy, just on the field having to be helped up. It's obviously in a lot of pain there, and our prayers are
He
with him.
was moving his legs, though, so that is a good sign. He gets up, and that's always good to see. So that was number 65, Brandon Wilkins, gets helped up off the field.
Good sign is walking off by himself now. Tough kid.
So that'll bring about 4:08 here to go in the 4th quarter. Blue Devils get ready here to receive, J.J. Danhoff's kick. Danhoff gets set to kick. Kicks it off deep, a line drive. Taken by number 32, Joe Cronkite. Gets about maybe to the 27-yard line, then is brought down. As the Viking defense gets back out in the field, the dominating defense that they have been all night, Dom.
This clock is going ever so slowly with all the turnovers and big plays we've had in the last couple of minutes. We are only at the 4:02 mark of the fourth quarter.
Well, there's definitely enough time to at least put another score on for either side. I'd like to see it be the Vikings, though. First and 10 here on the 27-yard line. As we see, number 10, Kyle Rogers is checked into the game at quarterback.
The junior Alaman picks up a nice gain of about 6 yards. Big things expected from him, I'm sure, next year, as he's only a junior.
Be about 2nd and 5 now for the Blue Devils. You see number 80, Mark Sutherland's out wide for the Blue Devils. Excellent shot by our camera crew. The ball close up. There's a snap as Rogers looks to throw to number 80. Sutherland heard footsteps. Just same thing. It's been pretty.
They get scared off by hearing those footsteps, as you said, Andy, and sometimes they just think about or ready themselves to take the hit before they have the ball.
It's been pretty repetitive. Seems like most of the night, Dom. Just miscues. Can't hold on to the ball. Everything going right for the Vikings. Oh, and some disheartening voices coming out from the student section as there's not going to be a dance tonight.
Hoo-hoo.
Go home and go to sleep.
Well said, Andy.
Rogers here looking to throw. Lost it up in the air. Just out of the reach of number 31, Mitch Burke.
Burke caught off stride there as he had to turn around and try to come back, but the ball was unable to do so.
Great pursuit by number 5, Chris Hunt, though. So bring up 4th and 5 here with 3:11 to go, and looks like they're bringing on the punting team, but we did see a fake punt before. Who knows if we're going to see one again as number 5, Chris Hunt is back deep to receive. Blue Devils come up to the line as Gregory's back to punt. I don't know if they're going to be trying to pull off that fake punt as the punt's away. Kicks it back. Number 5, Chris Hunt, lets it bounce.
Smart move there by Hunt. So he let that ball go, thought better than to try to receive it at this juncture of the game. Viking offense will take over again.
So now all they got is time against the Vikings, because I know they want to end this game and get prepared for next week against the winner of Chelsea and Hastings, which will be a tough opponent no matter what. Not to take any away from Gull Lake, it just nothing was on their side tonight.
Well, they hung with us for a good half plus, Andy. Just that fumble at the start of the second half just put them away. They never recovered.
And they were leading the Vikings 6-0 too at one point,
Yep.
Dom.
And they were shutting our offense down with that 6-2 defense.
Totally different now. Because number 5, Chris Hunt, there runs for about 5-yard gain. Like to see the young guys get in and get some plays here with about 2:46.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that in the last couple minutes, Andy.
Give the seniors and all the starters some rest and prepare for next week. Got a long week before next Friday. Know that the Vikings, though, they like to keep. I'm glad that they've come in and done everything business-like tonight, taking care of business very, very quickly and very easily.
Take this next week and heal up.
Especially with the extended playoffs this year, Dom.
Yeah, it's gonna be wear and tear on the body.
Yep. Because I believe you have to win 5 games to get to the Silver Dome now, Dom, or is it 4?
Five games overall, 4 games to get to the Silver Dome.
Yeah. So bring up 3rd and 2 yards to go for the Vikings as we reach the 2-minute mark. Fans get up on their feet. Like to see the Vikings get another first down here and keep that clock running.
It'd be nice.
Hand it off to number 5, Chris Hunt.
I think he
who
got it, Andy.
I believe he did get the first down.
Nice penetration there by Hunt.
They're going to give it to him. First down, Vikings.
That should about do it. Looks like we can run it away. Or run it out the rest of the way.
Clock is running here. Vikings are probably just going to, a few more runs here ought to do it, Dom. Very impressed, especially with the defense tonight. It was all defensive weapons tonight. As there's handoff to number 44, Mark Hopwood. And also not only just impressed with the defense, so big congratulations goes out to Chris Coping. Just excellent
unbelievable
game
game
tonight.
As you just saw his junior classmate, Mark Hopwood, with a nice 2-yard run.
We'd like to remind everyone the winner of the Chelsea-Hastings game will be here
We'll have that for you.
next Friday, 7:30. Our loving and caring voices will be back to broadcast it at 7:30. The handoff to number 5, Chris Hunt. Brought down by a host of Blue Devils. Maybe he gets about 3 yards or so as 35 seconds are left here in the fourth quarter. As the water dousing of Coach Port. Time slowly running out here. About 20 seconds to go now.
This should be the final play of the game, Andy.
Yep. Probably just take a knee and that'll probably do it. Well, I'm going to hand it off to number 27.
That'll do it.
Tom Livermore, and that's going to do it. As your Vikings run into a scare there for a little bit, trailing 6-0 at one point, but finally put this game away as they defeat the Blue Devils of Gull Lake 35-6.
Hats off to the defense as well as the Viking offense.